keep you company this beautiful Tuesday morning. My name is Grace Hussein, welcoming you to Middle Pages on Heartbeat. Today we are talking about agriculture, and in agriculture, you know that food sufficiency is one of the things that we are clamoring for. And if we have enough food, then life will be more beautiful than what it is at the moment. And if you're not growing food, then it means maybe you're planning to stay or maybe to without food or to starve. I pray that will not be our portion. And to talk about the agricultural sector in the Arise agenda, I have with me in the house this morning Prince Basi Inwa, the state chairman, All Farmers Association of Nigeria, Akwa Ibom State Chapter, who hails from Mbiabon, Ikonibom, Uyo local government area, a promoter of Food First agenda and the progenitor of Grow What You Eat. He is in the house with us this morning. Good morning, Prince.
Good morning, madam.
Good to have you here with us.
Thank you.
Talking about Arise agenda and agriculture. It's one of the words there, one of the things that form the acronym Arise. And this morning we are going to take a look at agriculture as it has to do with Akwa Ibom State. So before we go to ask about government policies and all that, I'd like us to have a little overview of agriculture in Akwa Ibom State.
Thank you so much. So far, so good. Arise agenda has much to do with agriculture, and our organization is piloting or driving the agri component of the Arise agenda. So agriculture in the states, even before now, have been moving from step to step, but the present government have deemed it fits to think and to plan about how the people can feed themselves.
Okay.
So practically by 60 to 65% or 70, we are eating from what we are producing in the states. So when this government came
What
on board,
percentage did you say? 60%
65 to 70.
of what we eat in this state
Yes.
is produced here?
Yeah.
We'll talk more on that, okay?
Yeah, I will. I will show you the parameters,
Okay.
the indices. So when the government came on board, they started with the A, standing for agriculture in the Arise agenda. So what we are experiencing now is that we are being driven by that passion to do more in that perspective. So in Akwa Ibom State, we have different community value chains, like the cassava, the rice, the yam farmers, coconut farmers, and so on and so forth. Of
Okay,
course, the
those
potatoes.
are some of the things, okay?
Yeah.
Coconut, all these ones, are they part of what we grow here?
Yeah. You know, that's a dwarf coconut,
Okay.
which matures within 2 years because of the factory for the production of the oil in agriculture of coconuts and parenan. So that's why the government went to be planting the coconut, and therefore we're now encouraging the farmers to. So we in the Farmers Association also ensure availability of the product for the farmers to plant. So here in the state, as I mentioned, even community value chains, we plant cassava to some extent, we plant yam to some extent, we plant rice to some extent, we also plant potato. The kind of potato we are planting here, the fast one, the one we are cutting from the north. You know, we are talking about orange flesh potato, the carrot type. They can eat it raw, and it matures within 3 to 4 months. And then you make your money from your investments. So agriculturally, you have been encouraged to go into farming. That's why where we are today, what we are seeing, we are not in the food shortage, but food crisis because of the cost of the economic situation in the country.
Okay, yes, you have said we eat, I think, did you say 60 to 65%?
65 to 70, at least 65%.
Of what we eat in Akwa Ibom State is produced by us.
Exactly.
Okay, I don't, I seem not to understand. Maybe if I should use the word not to agree. Why do I say so? As we speak, Gary is 4 cups, 6 cups, for 1,000 naira,
Yeah.
and it has remained there for a very long time. If we have enough of Gary, enough of maybe cassava planted here,
Yeah.
why would that be a problem? You've talked about potato, you've talked about plantain and all that.
Yeah.
All these food mentioned, I don't seem to see them in the market such that it can feed us up to 60, talk less of 70%
Yeah.
of what you're saying. So,
Okay. You know, it wasn't like this before. You can bear with me. The cost of food prices wasn't like this. The price of food wasn't like this. But because of the sudden change in the transport system, you know, when we talk about business, we are talking about moving from one point to the other to transact the business. Now, we are talking about exchange rates in dollars. We are talking about the participation of the people, what the mindset of the people of Akwa Ibom State about agriculture. That's what we are talking about today. Now, how many people are involved in agriculture? How many people are being engaged in agriculture? We have about 60% of citizens that have been engaged in agriculture. When you see talk about Gary being this, it's not because they are not producing, it is because of the high cost of the production. That's where we have the issue. For instance, now, a bag of fertilizer goes for 60,000 naira or 50 kg. Now, the continuous cultivation in our land, the soil nutrient have been what? Depleted. Then you have to reinforce it. You see? Now, for you to produce maximally definitely means you have to ensure you have enough plant nutrients for them to feed on.
okay. So where can you tell me in the whole of Akwa Ibom State that we have Gary produced in large quantity? Maybe any of these products produced in large quantity, so that if we are looking at transportation being the problem, because I know that we get Gary from Atam. Most of our women, they travel down there to get us Gary beans from the north and all that. Where in Akwa Ibom State are we growing this food such that they are in large quantity and can be, let it just be that it is transportation that is the problem?
Good. You know, when we talk about commercial farming, most of the commercial farmers, they have shut down their farms because of high cost of production. What you are seeing now in the market is being taken to the market by the smallholder farmers. Who are my mother, your mother, myself, my father? They are producing at very minimal rates. That's what I'm saying. Now, if you get to Oborokara, you have a strong force of farmers that are producing Gary there. You get to Etumepo, we have them there. We get to Kanafon, we have them there. You get to Ikono, we have them there. Now, the issue is how much are they spending to produce this Gary? That's where we all have issues.
Okay.
That's where the problem comes in.
Okay.
That's why there must be, I know we are going to get to that. Every agricultural project must be subsidized for us to get what we want. We have a stronghold of production of Gary in Oran, but the problem is, how are they producing? That is the problem. So what we are producing here is that we are producing, what comes to the state is to complement our effort in the states. That's where we are.
Okay. We will still use that to talk about mechanized farming
Exactly.
in Akwa Ibom State. I don't know. I know that the government is trying to go into farming. I don't know where we have land and big hectares of land being planted in Akwa Ibom as we speak. Where are that, and what are the supports that government is giving to have this in the States?
Yeah, thank you so much. The support system is there. You know, you give what you have. Don't expect to give what you don't have. The government gives what they have to the farmers. And the farmer takes that as what it complements on what they are doing. Because the farmer sees farming as their businesses. You see? So now, for instance, on a yearly basis, the state government through the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development now gives out farm input to farmers. They also give out farm implements to farmers and also assist the farmers by training them how they can do it. Now, our fund, which I'm the chairman, ensure that we have prioritized training of farmers. You can see in our clips here. We train farmers 2 times in a year, the first season and the second season. For this year, we train the farmers on the 15th of April 2024. And we are always very, very proactive to prepare the farmer for the second season. Precisely 18th of July, we train them again and give them farm input to prepare their mind to ensure that as they are getting to the field, they know what to do. Because without training, we will still remain the level that you are and that you were.
Okay, when you talk about training, what set of farmers are qualified to be trained? Is it those practicing this mechanized farming, or just any farmer? Those who are producing just for subsistence purpose, or those only for commercial? Is it both?
Yeah, thank you so much. When we talk about mechanized farming, actually not existing yet in Akwa Ibom State. Even in Nigeria is not practicing mechanized farming. How many machines do we have? We have tractors. Tractorization is what we are doing. Do we have the planters, the harvesters, the broadcasters? Do we have them? We don't have. I'm not talking about Akwa Ibom State as a state. I'm talking about Nigeria
as a whole.
We are doing tractorization.
So let's understand the tractorization.
Good. All what we are doing is we get a tractor, we get the plow, plowing machine to plow the land, and they reach it. That's all. That's where we stop. Let anybody challenge me. Show me the planters.
The rest is manual.
Yes, the planting of the cassava you will pin by yourself.
Okay.
You have to hire people to pin it. So tell me, show me where in Nigeria where we have the planters, harvesters. When the cassava is ready to harvest, come and show me the machine that's available. I'll go to harvest them.
So this training is to train people on how to plant the cassava or this product. What is this training all about?
Good. We are dealing with smallholder farmers. You are a smallholder farmer. I am. You don't have a machine.
So I can come for the training.
Yes. What we do is we train you. We know you want to use the hose, the machete. We produce it for. We make provision for that. That's what we are doing. We know as you are going to the field, you need cassava cuttings. We give it to you. You know that you need maize grain or maize seeds. We give it to you. You know that we need rice paddy. We give it to you. That's what we are doing. You know there are 2 things. One is to encourage me and to engage me. You can encourage me by talking to me without engaging me into the business. Now, you encourage me to come here. You have engaged me talking to the people. That's 2 things. Though we can be talking, we have been encouraged to get to the farm, to do this and do that. Have you engaged me? I need engagement. That's where we are.
Yes, having talked about all this, I like to ask you, do you think that training people in this aspect, the way we are going, in the next maybe 5 years, that we can achieve food sufficiency in this state, if it is just at this level, if we do not maybe move into mechanized farming, do you think that we will be able to conquer what is before us, right before us as we speak?
Yeah, thank you so much. We are still looking forward to see that. When we have enough tractors, okay, let's look at this way. If you are talking about, you see, even the tractors, do we have? You see, I know the Ministry of Agricultural Development, they have some tractors. Is it enough for the teeming farmers The queue is so long. You understand? They have what they give to the farmer at subsidized rates. That is true. But how many farmers are waiting on the queue to get it is a problem now.
Okay, now we are talking
So that we
about...
can get to where you are thinking.
Okay.
Mechanized farming. We may not even have to look at that. Land preparation takes about 60% of the costs of production.
Land preparation.
Yes,
Okay.
because you have to
Clearing.
you clear the land, you remove the
Seeding
storms.
and all that.
Now you bring the machine to help you. Now that will be easier for you to get more food on the table of the people. But you continue to use the crude method our mothers were using. What quantity, what would be the size in a day that you can clear? What would be the size of the land you are going to cultivate in a day? What will be the quantity of the cadaver cotton you are going to pin? Before you pin 1 hectare, you are tired and you go. And look at the cost. That is the labor now. Very, everybody's, I'm buying food, very costly to eat to come to your work. I have to charge, and it's true. That's correct. So we are saying that you have enough machines. I'm not talking about Kwai perspective, I'm talking about in the entire country. There should be a central point where machines at least to the farmers in different states.
Okay, yes, in our rice agenda, agriculture is one of the major things that this administration is really after. Having talked this way and having realized these are the issues and challenges, what will be your, I don't know whether your association, what are the things you're doing to help the government achieve more than, because I believe you are the one to tell the government what should be done to get to that higher dream we are having in mind, because at present I don't think it is it. So what are the things you have in mind or you are doing to ensure that we achieve food sufficiency?
Yeah, I think so. You know, the government just came on board about 1 year plus now. But they came with agenda, a rice agenda. You know, when the governor came on board, his inspirations started from when he was the executive director of agri investments. You see? So he knew that if he would come to invest in agriculture, he knows what will come out from it. Now, he went to understudy the Songhai farms perspective and came back to establish SEM called Igbo Model Farm in Akwa Ibom State.
Is it the one at
Nsorobio? Yes. The work is going on there. Now, look at both the short term and the long term. He went into oil palm cultivation.
Is that going to be a greenhouse farming?
No. It's not a greenhouse. The greenhouse is the one at the airport road.
Okay.
Where it's covered. That is what we call the greenhouse.
Okay. So this one will not be covered. It's just...
No, it will be there. There are so many. It's going to be a commodity value chain. The livestock sector, the fisheries, the crops are differently. They will be there. Okay. So inside the Igbo Model Farm, there's going to be a greenhouse inside there. But it's not going to be kept as being a single thing. It's part of the components.
Okay.
Yeah, which I know very well. Now, when those things are being kept in place by this particular government, the short term is this. He has directed the Commissioner of Agriculture, Dr. Ofiong Ofo, to distribute farm input massively to the farmers who are interested to farm. That's number one.
Okay.
Now, two, he has directed that, or he has declared that first Friday and third Friday of the month should be farm days for the public and civil servant. Good one indeed. That's very good. Now, it is then left for our association to partner with the government to ensure the compliance of these 2 days and the success of those who have collected the farm inputs.
And how are you doing that?
Good. That's why from time to time, AFAN as a body, we call the farmers and train them, give them mandates. You know, when you have a vision, you may not be the one to interpret the vision. Somebody has to be the interpret for you, of course, and also drive it for you. Now, AFAN, as a body of farmer in the state, Apex body, is a driver of the agricultural component of the rice agenda. That's why you see a coming up with food first agenda. Whatever you are doing, think food first. What you are doing.
Okay.
That's number one. Number two, you have to ensure that people knows what the government is doing. The government themselves cannot come up with a policy and drive the policy. There must be a body that would assist in driving the policy to achieve the aim that was given. You see, so as far as a body, we have made sure that we mobilize farmers to produce food to feed the teeming population and for industrial uses. Also, we ensure that there is synergy between the government and the farmers. You know, the farmer can be here, the government can be there. We have bridged that gap. We also ensure that we have the database of the farmers at heart, so that anytime you know, oh, Mrs. Gretusen is from Ibesibozutan, Luso local government, producing a quantity of cassava, is into maize farming, is into crop. We know it. We have the data of the farmers, because with that data, you cannot empower the people. Now we can tell the government.
You have the data of all the farmers
for
in
sure,
Akwa Ibom State.
For sure.
All of them.
Yes.
Okay.
Those are willing to be in the association.
Okay.
Not all as per se.
Okay.
Because you may have an association, you may not want to join.
Okay.
Yeah, but when you join, we know your data and we present it to you. Look, government, we are 25,000.
Those are people you give priority.
Exactly. Even when we are training
and all
them.
that.
Exactly.
Okay. Yes, friend, if you're just joining us, this is Heartbeat, and this morning we are taking a look at the agricultural sector in the Arise agenda. And with me in the house this morning is Prince Basi Iwang, the state chairman, Akwa Ibom Farmers Association of Nigeria. We're going to put up the phone number for you to join in this conversation. I believe you have questions to ask him. I believe there are things you would really want to know about agriculture in the state, as it has to do maybe with training, as it has to do with other things that bothers you on agric. So the number is there on the screen, 08023878285. You know how we roll when we open our phone lines. When we open it, what you do is you just will call us and tell us your name, where you're calling from, and then you go straight to the points. And we will also plead with you when you call, ensure that you tune down the volume of your TV set so that we'll be able to hear you appropriately and serve you better. So we go. So we were still talking about, let's still look at the challenges. Now, a little away from government, let's take a look at the people. I know that some of the farmers in the state, they don't have big hectares of land, and some of them go out to lease land to use. What have your association done to ensure that this land, if they have an agreement, maybe they want to use it, they lease it for 2-3 years, that the owner does not suddenly just come and pick the land and get them? Okay, let me try to pick this call. I know you will answer that question. Hello, good morning. Yes, good morning. Please, I've already said, once you call, tune down the volume of your TV. Hello? Please, whenever you are hooked up to us, tune down the volume of your TV set so that the interference will not be much. We need to hear you so that we'll be able to answer or maybe address your issue well. Okay. Yes, I hope you got my question.
No, you were talking before you had the call.
Hello, good morning. Yes, good morning, you're on. Hello. Oh, sorry about that. So, I was talking about where farmers get land on lease.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead. The land issue, you know, I mentioned 2 words here: encouragement and engagement. Now, most of the farmers who are having interest in farming do not have land. Now, there should be a policy from the government. That's why we are asking. Allow us to have access to lands that's owned by the government in different LGS. Please. For instance, let be a policy that every local government chairman should release 50 hectares of land or 100 to farmers in their locality.
You mean as we speak, we don't have such policy?
I'm not saying one.
Okay. Okay.
It should be a policy that says every farming system release 100 hectares of land to farmers in your locality. That is it. And that will be done. Now the farmers in that domain, you have opportunity to get to the local government chairman and ask for the land. And they release them to them. That means that the encouragement and the engagement is there. That's why we appreciate Excellency Pastor Omar, the state governor. We have declared 2 days as farm days. Now, some of those people, they do not have land to go and cultivate. So that the aim is not defeated. So what we are now saying is, please, release the land of every land owned by government and not used. The prospective farm or the existing farmers to cultivate. That's where you have the food in the markets.
Okay.
I have the interest at heart to go into farming, but I have the land. People have been asking me. I tell them, okay, you can produce some bags. How many bags would they produce depending on where they are living?
Okay.
So we need government policy to assist us to release lands for the farmers.
Okay. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Please tune down the volume of your TV.
Yeah, I've read it.
Okay. Your name and where you're calling from, and then go ahead.
I'm calling from Holland.
What's your name, please? Samuel.
Yeah,
Okay, please go ahead.
please, I just want to talk concerning the land matter that Mahoga is trying to say. That each local government should have the land. Yeah, it is possible to have the land, but what about some local government that does not have enough land for the number of the highest number of the land that they said they should give to plant? Then I suggest that at least they should tell everybody to go and farm, not to collect the land. Why I'm saying this, please, if I may be wrong, forgive me, or I have to bring my own contribution because of onto politicians when they say government should collect land and farm. Some people have interest. Then at the end of the time, they farm whether 2-3 days. The end of that is the government have taken that land to build this. Now people are saying something to have a space to plant. So planting is good, and also I need a company for my own suggestion. A company that will come in, people will work, the youth will work, and also encourage us to plant like cocoyam, like yam, that we have to have tubers of yam in our backyard differently. I can't see such thing again. And sometimes we do go to Calabar, and why did Calabar still have that planting?
Okay.
So that is my suggestion. Let me just stop for there. That is what I know.
Thank you very much, Samuel.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. Yes, you've heard him. He's afraid maybe the government will come to get to local government and get land. I believe you're not talking about government going to get new land. Maybe it's land that has already been there.
No, I'm talking about the local government. Like the chairman is there. Locate land to the farmer that are from that place. Even from you cannot go to Korekpene to demand for a land for the local government chairman. The farmers who are interested in this business.
So farms that belong to the local government.
That's what I'm. Yes.
Not to go and get new land from people. That's not what.
Yeah, equally, the local government can get a community land from the owners and give to the farmers.
Okay.
Sister Grace, when we talk about food, we are talking about everything in life.
Okay.
So anything you can do to ensure that you can follow your child, you better go for it.
Hello, good morning.
Yes.
Yes, please, your name and where you're calling from.
I'm calling from here.
From Uyo?
Yes.
Okay, please go ahead.
Please, I want to ask the chairman in charge of agriculture that if somebody like for me, I have an interest in agriculture in the sense that I am doing some little farm within my backyard. If I want to become a farmer, how do I go through?
A member of the association?
Members of the association.
Okay.
Agriculture.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. All right.
All right, that's late for Sister Grace. Without for me to tell him or not.
Okay. I think send me a text through the line that you just called. Send me a text. I will relay the text to him because he's not paying for this program, so he will not come and advertise his association here. So, thank you very much. Just send me a text.
Because I know the rule here.
Thank you so much because you would have paid. Okay. Hello. Good morning. Hello. Good morning. Hello. Oh, I missed that. Okay. Yes. I still will dwell on that question.
Okay.
I was particularly about those. We have people here in Uyo in particular who are into farming. At least they've gotten big hectares of land from people who are willing to give to them or lease out to them. Sometimes it could be for a period of 2 years, 3 years. And sometimes I've had some of them complain that they went, put in so much money, excavate the place and all that and all that. But before the years that was agreed on, the owner will come up and say, I have a problem, I want to sell my land and all that. Even with the things they planted, they've not yet harvested.
It's true.
And
It's true.
the land is taken over from them. What has your association done to forestall or maybe check such thing and ensure that it doesn't prevent it from happening?
Well, that was a private business done. We may not be there to know the agreement that they got.
Okay.
So we cannot really move into it to ask, why have you done this? We want to advise, please. We have a fallow land that you're not cultivating or building yet. Please relate to somebody that come to demand for it. Because I'm mentioning here, when we talk about food sufficiency, we are talking about everything in life. You know, people have just protested. Why did they protest? Hunger. Am I right? You will have food on our tables. You wouldn't be on the streets. What caused it? High cost of living. Economic situation in the country. You see? So if I have a land, you're not using it, and you know this person is farmer, and you can make good use of it without taking the ownership after, please, I'm appealing. As a leader of the farmer in the state, release it to the person, have a good terms with the person, either by outgrower scheme or whatever. But if you now on the way, you say, oh, I'm going to sell the land. The whole thing, the trauma on the person is much because the aim of getting food on the table is defeated.
So we should beg them to please consider
Yes.
what was invested.
Yes. And let the government release land for us.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
I still remember, good morning once again. I still remember Samuel Ogogo, calling from around right.
Okay.
I appreciate my daddy sitting down here and also with you, beautiful sister. I also, in terms of the Zik and union, I want to talk about. Please, I think union is supposed to. Some union, what I want to talk about some union, a farmer, as my daddy is trying to say there, we have a farm, and my daddy is a farmer. Then when we plant early either March, so we have the crops. And somebody go went and damage that land. When my mother speak on behalf of that damaging, somebody else now kick against. Why did you plant now? Is it the time that they used to plant? So what I'm talking about union is, some unions to palm fruit union, they feel a lot not to work. Than whether they carry their union on head because they have a certificate with the registered.
Please, let me ask you a question. Did they go to destroy the farm or the farm product? They went there and destroyed the things that were planted because it was not planted at the time they wanted.
They go damage everything. They really go, they damage everything on the farm at all there. I wish we were supposed to eat something from that place. That's why I was just speaking my mother when you just complained and took me to that place. I take a look at that thing. And somebody did. So either somehow they may be the owner of that goat. And he go damage everything as if somebody manipulating it.
Okay.
I'm not believing on manipulation, but
Sorry.
it's part of wickedness.
It's okay.
Now I'm talking, please let me just land for the other side. And this palm fruit operator, the one that they used to harvest. Now, those people, when they hire them to come and drop this palm fruit, they went to somebody palm fruit farm and drop whereby his person that hired them, he told them, they went and steal and I caught what in my farm.
Okay.
You can bring such person to that to government, please.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
You should talk to them.
Thank you so much.
I will not be kindly with them when I will match somebody, please.
Please, sorry, don't match somebody, please. Thank you. Please, please, thank you very much. I hope that, please report it to the appropriate authority and they will do something about it. And yes, that brings us to security for farmers in the state. Some farmers suffer some form of will I say attack from communities where they farm
and destruction
of farm products. What should be done, or what is your association doing about that?
Well, association, we have been preaching peace, but 2 years ago, the Akwa State government passed an assented to anti-grazing bill, open grazing bill, law. Like what you have mentioned about the goods, you should not allow your animal to stray, to destroy somebody's farm land. Now, the herdsmen, they are there. Insecurity are there in the farm, both in the north and everywhere. How can you plant a farm with hope only to go and see that they have been destroyed by the animals? We want to ask government, please, let be a compliance of that law to the letter. Else, this one of the things.
I think one of the days I will bring you back.
Insufficiency.
I'll bring you back to talk about that, because I, as a person, I planted a land last year, yam. I paid, they excavated, did everything. The whole plot was yam.
Okay.
But somebody went there, whether with cow or whatever, everything was destroyed. Everything, not even one. I did not harvest anything from it. So I don't know, maybe we will have a time to talk about it some other time. But let me pick this call. Hello, good morning. Yes, good morning, you're on. Hello.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. What's your name?
My name is David.
David, where are you calling from?
Mr. David.
Okay, please go ahead quickly. Okay, David just wanted to hear his voice on television. Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, before we go, I think when you talk about distribution of farm tools, what are the things that are distributed to farmers that are trained? Somehow I also have heard there is this allegation that some of the people you train, you give those things to, in fact they sell them outrightly. They don't have need of them. Have you experienced that? Is it true or is it a false allegation?
Well. Thank you so much. Not on our trainings. That cannot take place. We certify you, we know you. That will be maybe in the comment sector. Some can do it. But in as much as I find trained people, you know, people that we train, we don't take anything from you.
So you go back to monitor.
That's what we call monitoring, and there's a monitoring committee. We can go to Nsurubi, we can get to Tibet, we can do anywhere. That's why the Ministry of Agriculture is telling the people, get your farm input as association, so that there's going to be a check and balance. Even the president cannot sell what is given to me, because my members have seen that, I've collected them. You see? So it's wrong for a non-farmer to go and get farm inputs and sell to a farmer. That's why in shortlisting, so there should be a certification by the ministry or in any agency that's given at this farm input. I can give that to the Minister of Agri at least by 80%, because that element of politics must be there. At least the real farmers, definitely, it has to be there. At least 80% of the true farmers have been getting the farm inputs and implement for the Ministry of Agriculture. Certain. I'm a leader. I can say to that. Quickly, let me look at so far what the government have done in terms of agriculture to elevate the position that we are. I mentioned the distribution of farm inputs in different categories.
Okay.
We have talked about the bulk purchase ANC. We are after that the farmer will be now be selling the farm produce to the agency that will assist them so that they're not going to be clots. Now there are times you want to sell, you don't know where to sell it to. And also,
So like what would they sell?
they're buying gari, they're buying rice. Recently, the Ministry of Agriculture gave out rice paddies to the farmer, the rice farmers. So they planted it. My hope is that after harvesting, there's going to be a little that's coming down of the price because they will have to go to process using
Please, I'd
diesel.
like you to note what you have said, because once the harvest time is, and I would like you to, if I don't reach out to you, please reach out to me.
I'm
We
here.
want to see. We want to follow up what you are saying.
Yes.
To see the progress we have made
Yes,
on what we have been given.
yes.
Okay.
And
So-
also, I tell you, in the next 3 months, most price of food is going to come down.
Hallelujah.
Number
I like
one.
that.
We are going to face our yam,
Okay.
our, what do you call it, ebre. We are going to harvest
Water
them,
yam, okay.
water yam, 3 leaves yam, and so on and so forth. So at that level, each person who has planted, grow what you eat, is coming to play.
Okay,
Grow-
let me pick this call.
in
Hello,
what
good
you
morning.
grow.
This will be our last call for today. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, what's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Victor. I'm calling from the singing.
Okay, please go ahead.
It's one that I do like is that this farm produce.
I couldn't get that.
Yeah, they just want to be your friend on television.
I couldn't get that. I believe whenever you're calling us, you have a question you want to ask, and we are trying to see how we can leverage on what the government of the state is doing in the agri sector. And let me allow you finish. You are a progenitor of Grow What You Eat. Let's have you talk about.
All right.
So you tell us the products that thrive well in Akwa Ibom State, and advise us on what we can do from now maybe to December, and so that we can have what to eat.
All right. We are a quick one. We are into second season farming.
It starts now.
It has started already.
Okay.
I planted mine. It's doing very well.
What did you plant, sir?
Cassava and potatoes.
Okay.
So we want to ask all of us, let us go back to second season farming. Do you know my experience? The number of farmers that goes into first season farming are more than those who are in the second season farming. That's why during the harvest of the second season crops, you will see the price of food will surely go up.
Because
We are
it's not
now-
sufficient.
Yes, because we want to encourage everybody. The way you participated in the first season farming, please do same on the second season. And the cassava, you have to plant cassava, the stable food for us. Rice, of course, plantain. Plantain have started yielding a lot of fruits,
Okay.
you know. So we want, as you please, ensure that you support the rice agenda of the government. And a fan is driving the agricultural components of the rice agenda.
Okay. Thank you, Prince Basim Wang, State Chairman, All Farmers Association of Nigeria, Akwa Ibom State Chapter. It's been nice having you here talk about agri sector in the Arise agenda. We hope to have you from time to time, key us into what is happening, and let's see how we can have food sufficiency in the state.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
All right. Thank you, friend, for being part of this program. We hope you go back to farm. Let everybody get back to farm. At least plant something. You will have something to harvest. Don't be a spectator. By next time, when we open our phone line, as we will bring him back, you will tell us what you planted and what you have harvested. Have a lovely day. Heartbeat continues. I leave you with Nswadi them to come on the inspirational section. All right.
very beautiful Tuesday morning, beloved friends, family, loved ones. Always a privilege to be part of the Heartbeat crew. I remain your anchor today on the inspirational segment of Heartbeat on AM45. My name is Nsowaridem Udoko. I want to believe you had a very beautiful, a very blissful night rest, and I'm glad that I know you're awake and you had your plans, your goals written, and to get the day running. All right, this morning I'm not going to do it alone. I'm being joined by my very good friend. He's a teacher of the gospel. It's a leadership coach, and he referred to be called the Inspirator. Help me welcome Pastor Ubong Peter. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you so much. Good morning, friends and viewers. Thank you for this opportunity. We trust God that today will be an excellent and exciting day for all of us. God bless you. Just keep watching.
Thank you, sir. It's been a while. I like your face and the way this thing is.
Yes, I'm looking. I keep telling people that I want to look like Jesus, more like Jesus. Yes, physically also.
Wow. Thank you so very much. Thank you for finding time to be here. All right. This morning, our subject is your choices and you. Your choices and you. You know, most times we are in a crossroad. We are faced with situations, with circumstances that will always leave us to choose. And the truth about life is that you are what you repeatedly do. So this morning, we want to expatiate on what choice is all about, and how can one make good choices, and what are those things that influences our choices. So I believe that you're going to be really blessed and inspired. So let me get to you this morning.
Okay.
In your own context, what does choice mean?
Okay. For me, choice is an opportunity to select.
Okay.
Opportunity to determine. Opportunity to choose. Let me use the word.
Exactly.
So opportunity to make a difference between one and the other is choice. And every human being is a product of his or her choices. Yes. So choice is the ability to select, the ability to separate something. That's choice.
Thank you. All right, from your from what you just told us, choices, the ability to select, the ability to differentiate. So we always have this. You will not be forced to. You have this willpower. So there's this willpower that is left for you to decide per time what to do. All right, let me start with this story. One of our pastors shared a story while growing up. And those days, about in the 70s, I was in the 70s while growing up. Let me not really be specific, so that one of his the person that was responsible for his academics, the sponsor, he got to a point he was boarding, but they used to come to their house weekends, would trek home and gather some things with his friends. And one of these weekends, he came home, did the farm work, and it was time to return. He needed just some naira then, about whether 50 naira or so. And he finished, packed his things, and went to the person that was supposed to, a close person. And the person told him, he said, I am not really sure that you will amount to anything. Why do I need to really give you anything? So the friends came to his house so that they can move. He told them that he will not be able to come. He went back to his room. He started crying. He said, will I end? Like, I'm telling you, real life experience stories. So at some point he said something spoke to him. I want to believe that was God. He said that your tomorrow is in your hands. That even this, you'll be the number one beneficiary. You better move. So from what he shared with us, he said he carried yam and red oil. Now said he encouraged himself, carried the thing after the friends had left and went to school. We are in an environment where people have all manner of excuses. Nobody sponsored me. So the summary of it is that this same man said he paid his fees almost throughout his school, his secondary school, university days, and now, sir, the same person that told him, you may know, I'm not sure whether you amount, is the one sending money to sustain the person. He is also paying other people's fees currently, sir, and God is blessing him. Why? Because he made the right choice, sir. The truth about it is that you will always be faced with challenges. You will always be faced with issues, but it is left for you to decide. Always think of the future. All right, sir. I want to believe there are certain things that influences our choices.
Yes.
There are certain things, and can you throw more light on the things that can influence one's choice? Maybe, for example, in terms of our personal growth, in terms of relationship, in terms of our career, and several others.
All right. Just like you made mention, every man is not helpless. Sometimes people think they are helpless. God created man and made sure that man has the ability to make a choice. Every human being has been created in the image of God, given the ability to make a choice. You can see that in Genesis. You don't need to be a Christian to read the Bible. Do you understand? Yes. So when you go to the beginning of the formation of man, the existence of man, you see God did something very striking. He created man and then made all the animals and then gave man the right to choose their names and gave their names. Do you know that God never argued when he showed up on the names, concerning the names that Adam gave? God never argued. He gave it right unto man. Even strikingly, God made a woman and gave to Adam. God didn't call her a woman, didn't call her a wife. Yes, he didn't. He said a help suitable, a help fitting. It was Adam that called the woman a wife, and since that time the woman became a wife. Why am I bringing this analogy? That every man has been given the ability to make a choice. God cannot help any man who has chosen not to be helped. Everybody has a choice. The excuse we have is that people say, "Oh, my hands were tied. Oh, it was outside of my outside of my control." No, it's not outside of the man's control, the person's control. It's because the person understands that the consequences of the other choice is far greater, and he's not willing to pay the consequences. So he goes to the easier one. Not that my hands are tied. It's because I've refused to obey. I've chosen not to carry the choices, to obey the consequence of that choice. So I go to the lesser one, or the lesser consequence, and be temporary. Now, on the issue of influences, what influences our choice? Number one, environment. The people you relate with influences your choices. What you see influences your choices. What you read, the things you feed your mind on, where you live influences your choices. Understand? Now, another thing is your level of exposure, education. Education has the ability to influence your choice. That's why when people go to university, I still believe it's still happening today, even though people say education has been watered down. But there is no way a child or someone will go into the walls of the university and go through school and go through him that the person will not. It was Oliver Wendell Holmes that said, a man's mind, one stretch, cannot regain his former dimension. They cannot go back. There are things you will see, there are things that will expose you. This will influence your choices. So it will not matter where you came from. Cultural beliefs influences people's choices. Do you understand? Just like some people could be called a minority. If you believe that I'm not a minority in Nigeria, I may come from a place that is localized, but I'm not a minority. Nobody is a majority in Nigeria than me. I'm not a minority. It's for the sake of geographical population that is being put together. But I'm not a minority. What makes another person better than me? There is nothing. Do you understand? It is my value that determines whether I'm a majority or a minority. It's not where I come from. So your cultural beliefs can limit you, influence your choices. You can settle for less because you believe that you are not, you are not good for it. You say you are a black man. What's wrong? I'm a black man. I'm in the image of God. So being white, being black. Yes, all of us carry red blood.
Exactly.
So cultural exposure, cultural beliefs can influence choices. Educational exposure can influence choices. Environment can influence choices. Show me your friends, I tell you who you are. So those factors can influence our choices.
All right. To add to what my friend just said, I want to believe that other things that influence choices, like he said, your belief, your value, your vision. Until you have vision, you will be everywhere. You will be found everywhere. As in, anything goes. But if you're a person of vision, it will really shape your activities, your daily routine, because we are what we repeatedly do. I believe this influenced Joseph.
Yes.
From the scriptures.
Yes.
He had the choice to mess up with Potiphar's wife.
Yes.
But vision couldn't allow him. Dream. He had the opportunity, he had the environment, but the dream, he said, how would I do? Yes, how would I do this kind of a thing and sin against God? Most times, some people are carried away by the temporary pleasure.
Yes,
and forget about the ultimate.
Yes, sir.
We just think of the now. You want to enjoy something that some minutes is gone. You don't have emotional stability. You can't control. Yes, to withstand something. So Joseph understood this because of his vision,
and that was a choice. So he chose to obey the wrath of his master.
Exactly.
So today people will say, no, my hands were tied. No, you chose. That itself is a choice. That itself is a choice.
Exactly. So the same thing happened with Daniel.
Beautiful.
Daniel 1:8 said, and Daniel purposed
in his heart,
sir, before he arrived there.
He already determined.
He refused to allow the environment to have a negative influence on him. Because the truth about you will meet people in your place of work. Some can come to work late and decide to compromise. Some can compromise figures. But if you decide before you even get there, there's nobody that can easily bend you. So sir, what can we really do, or what can one do to always make the right choice?
Yes, just like you've mentioned, the foundation for choices is in our identity. The core fabric of our personalities. Who are we? Who have we decided to become? Just like our Savior and Master Jesus, he said, for the sake of the cross, the glory, he endured the cross. What kind of a person do you want to become? That's the core fabric. Do you want to be a loyal person, a faithful person? Do you want to be a person of integrity? Do you want to be known as a positive influence? Okay, so you have to determine and decide on who you want to be. That will determine your choices. Every other thing that will come along the line, you will not struggle to make any choice over it, because you already know, I am a man of sincerity. I want to be an honest person. I want to be transparent in my dealings. That will determine your ability to make the right choices. That's number one. So once that is settled, every other thing will fall in place. That's the foundation. You have to be determined. You have to decide it in your heart. What kind of a person do you want to be? We've been making mention of scriptural examples, and you may say, hey, that's the Bible. What of secular? What of someone like Nelson Mandela, who suffered through appetite? He would have decided to afflict his oppressors, but he chose to be a very different person. Okay. What about President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, who would have decided to sit back and cause trouble and mayhem and remain as president in Nigeria? But he chose to be a good man, a better person, chose to be laughed at, but do the right thing and leave if he fails. Okay, so you have to determine there first. Once that is settled, every other thing will fall in place. You will not struggle to choose between right or wrong again, because already you know that you're on the right side. If you're also choosing to be on the wrong side, it will not be difficult. You will always go to the wrong side. So you have to go to the fabric of your identity, of your personality, of who you are and who you want to be in life.
Thank you, sir. Please let me leave you with these words as we are about to round off. Know that you may not have control over the outcome, but you will always have control over your inputs. Yes. So anywhere you are, whether you're a pastor, you're a politician, and whatsoever, you're given things for the benefit of others, and you're pulling it. It has repercussions. You have now the time to make the right decision and do the right thing. Know that there is always a repercussion for every action taken. So I will advise us that I've heard severally, and it is very clear that irrespective of how far you have gone in the wrong direction, a U-turn is still possible. Like the prodigal son did.
Yes,
he went in the wrong direction, made the wrong choice, and at the end of the day, he decided to return home. So please, whatsoever you are doing, know that there is always a payback time. Sir, I would love you to say as your last words, parting shot. Yes, sir.
All right, thank you, sir. Just like my brother has said, there's one of these Newton's laws that says for every action there is equal and opposite reaction. And that's the same law we quote in the Bible, Matthew 7 verse 12. Whatsoever is good, you would love some other person to do for you, do for the other person, And we have in the secular world, we call it the golden law. Do unto others what you want them to do unto you. That alone in itself is a choice. Whatever you do in life, you are not doing it for anybody. It's not for anybody's good. If you choose to be good, the reward is yours. If you choose to be evil, the reward is still yours. So I want to encourage you that the Lord will help you, and that you also determine in your heart to do what is right at all times. Thank you so very much.
All right, beloved, set clear goals, create a plan, and make choices that will align with your vision. My name remains Nsowaridem Udauko. Please don't go anywhere, as Kamkoda is on standby to make you laugh loud. Thank you. God bless you.
This is our home, where we all belong. The place where life is beautiful. The peaceful ambience we enjoy when we live together in unity and love. It's on him and we go stand together, we go make them better. We be brothers and sisters, no matter where we be. It's on him and no matter where we day, we are one. Let's live together in peace and harmony.
I just want your papers, please.
Sir.
Salary don't enter. Yes, so. And month never even reach sef. Na salary plenty, oh. No wonder I no gree collect Roger from my hand. Shut up, sir. I'm here to bail my younger brother.
Happen.
With good laws,
Proper funding, training,
and cooperation.
if it happen.
Right
I is not the person that review Marshal of Comedy and the Paramount Rule of Comedy Nigeria. Come God, that is my name. Yeah. So quickly, my people they come, but for now, make I just start to give you the code. You know, I don't discover say God really love us Nigerians. God love us because how I discover this thing? Because I don't start sit down the other day they evaluate. You know, say some years back when I did small, maybe when they normally things don't be dey difficult like this. Maybe when they prepare food, you can't dey hungry. You know if you wait, make they finish the food when they prepare. You now as a child now come arrange small garri and water, zip. Understand? Your parents go come dey shout, no zip garri, oh, no zip garri, it go spoil your eye. Too much of zipping garri, it go spoil your eye, no zip garri. Just once in a while, you know they zip all the time, but just once in a while, maybe they wait for the main food to come. They raise alarm. That time we dey conscious. For some weeks, months, we know they zip. But now, the way economy dey now, nobody dey advise anybody. People dey zip garri like 3 times a day. And wetin I come notice upon the way Nigerians dey zip garri now, nobody dey blind. So God really love us well. Because the other day now, me I don see one man. I can't see the man dey zip garri. He dey close to me. I see again the same day he zip garri again. I me come dey say make I find this man. I say sir, I should make it not affect your eye. The future go fit disturb you. The man come tell me say you don't already see. You don't even see the future. Future wey you even plan ahead. You don't see the future. Make him even zip the small garri. If future come and see. So Nigerians, God really love us. Because if to say na like that thing apply, all of us now for dey blind. And from all indications, if food items they go election, they contest election, who go win? Na garri for win, because bad as e bad, you go take garri every day, at least for this Nigeria. I dey very sure. And the economy, I make I give una code. You know when we dey small, when they fry egg all the time, you dey see as they first put oil for fry pan before they fry egg, and you now come believe say na because of the oil they make egg fry. No, economy don come teach us something now. You know say most people now dey eat egg soup. If you want to cook soup wey no reach 1,000, forget meat, so you no go fit buy. Just kukuma, put water for pot, put small 1 or 2 things wey no too cost, come use that same egg wey you dey fry chop, put am for the pot. You go see say the egg wey you bin dey feel say that egg dey fry because of hot oil, the same reaction dey inside water. Egg go just tidy up, and before you know, soup don comot. You fit eat like 1 bag of fufu finish for small egg of like 600. So all of una wey dey go queue for meat, so say I no fit buy meat, you go enter again, person go dey complain, I go market today, I no fit buy meat. Who send you? Wey you for just use like 600 buy like 3 eggs, or 600 buy like 4 eggs for market, turn big person. Because e no come easy. Economy rough. Everybody dey calculate their life seriously. Nobody dey mismanage funds again. Nobody they don't even need go school again now, go learn how to do management, because now by force you go manage. This time around, by force you must manage. No be small thing. And but as economy come dey difficult, you don't notice say the way time dey run. Time no even understand say e no easy with us. Especially people wey be ten ant. You go don pay rent maybe like January. They believe say you go renew by December. For your mind, December go far to come. Before you know, no be August we dey so. Make some landlords get understanding. But as I don dey talk, Planet enter studio quickly because time no too dey. If I wan still continue, you don come. Welcome Planet, welcome to the studio.
Thank you so much. I'm super excited to be here. Don't forget, Akwa Ibom State is the best place. But one thing what I want to tell you, you see, you get at this country, don't they? I don't hear as Code, I don't talk and say economy wey dey this country don't make some people humble. I beg for the other gender, wey be girls, women, I beg. As this economy dey like this, my brother, if you be woman, no join bad. In fact, if you be woman, if you be man, no carry bad character join with this fuel matter. Because anybody wey dey think of fuel Can't think of bad character wey dem give am for house. He no go live reach 42 years. I dey tell you truth. So you go kukuma wetin you go do be say it is either you make fuel. If you know say you no fit live your bad character, you go make fuel come down. Or you comot the bad character, because this fuel matter be like say na every day e dey grow. E be like soup wey dem cook put hot water.
And e no easy. That's why anywhere you see man wey be like father, family man, respect am. E no easy, because I don dey keke the other day with two very fine men. I don't know say as I enter the keke, I don't know say that man mind no dey the keke wey we dey inside. How I take know na when the man land, he give the keke man 100 naira. The charge for when he enter na 100 naira. The man come dey ask for change. That the keke man tell us say no 100. That's why who know 100. Check yourself. Who know 100? After they don argue like 5 minutes, that the man come say I'm going to go no 100. Oh, he would me by me. So it don't come there easy. And now I don't know say even small thing like 100 naira fit make big man fight. I enter same keke the other day. I go see the guy inside keke. I don't know whether the guy tell the man plaza. The man no hear well. 200. As the man reach the terminal, he come say no be plaza. He wan go. He dey go Idoro. The guy say na plaza. The man come tell us say he give 100. Now the guy tell us say the remaining 100 no go fit carry me go reach plaza. Now the man say you go give me money or how I go carry you from police station go reach. Ginger start for 100 naira. Don dey hear person say I go kill you today. I go kill you today. Now we come comot 100 naira say abeg make nobody die, because I know say no be una cause am. Na serious matter.
Before him shout that I go kill you today, the man don wait as him go trek from.
I wan reach plaza.
Go reach Idoro. Say na die be that. Instead of him to leave am like that, make him follow die for that place.
So anyhow.
Ladies and gentlemen, I dey try encourage everybody wey dey outside there, no matter the situation as e be like this. The highest thing wey you fit do na for you not to die. You understand?
Stay alive.
Like
why Bob say it's okay.
This country go dey okay.
Do anything wey you see.
Anything that is good o. No
anything no be bad thing o. No be bad thing.
Na yesterday I enter keke, one man dey tell me say idea wey him get now na for him to try to dey jam truck, make him see say whether the keke strong. Na him I say drop me. So no be all the idea wey you do when you hear but Kango that don talk say do anything. No be anything.
Na good thing o. I dey emphasize good thing o.
Some people wey wan anytime wey you hear say person wan enter Guinness Book of Record, ask am say that thing go kill person. Because I don hear last week when my colleague come tell me say he say as you dey now, say yes. He say imagine say we come do Guinness Book of Record, come start am, then you go climb big tree, come jump 3 times, come land, then we go do like say we bounce 3 times. Person never do am before. I say my brother, how many cup of rice wey I would come jump again, come bounce again? Before I bounce, them no go bounce me for grave. So I beg, for this country like this, everybody need to package, do small thing wey you know say go bring money, wey go generate cash, give you legally or no illegal.
Because that's the much we can take. They don't give me signal. And quickly, just 1 second. Start to respect keke people where they are around your neighborhood now. Keke now yes and 3.2 million. Higher purchase 5 million. Oh boy! From now on, anybody where they drive keke now 200 degree time 5 million.
Make a mission do it
to 5 million higher purchase. Okay, that's the much I can take. Planet, thank you for coming to the studio. I see man come advising. The youth of Akwa Ibom State, remember to stay alive. Akwa Ibom State is too okay for you to die. Yo, bye bye.
right, friend. Time check. We've come full cycle this morning on today's episode of Heartbeat AM 45. And all we need to do at this point is just to thank you for being a friend, for being there for us, because if you weren't there, we wouldn't have any business being here. Do have a productive day ahead and continue with the maxim, you are what you eat, and according to Nsokwadidem Udoko, you are also what you continually do for your life. So watch out for your choices, because they will always speak for you. Thank you once again, and do continue to watch the rest of our programs on AKBC TV. I am your friend Caroline Utu. Good morning.